Hey guys, welcome to the Big M Talks. In my hand is the S24 which I bought 4 days ago, and it's been 4 days since I'm using it extensively to get an idea about the battery life. Or is there any sort of heating issue with the new Exynos 2400 chip? Now, talking about the S24, let's go to the display. And let me tell you guys, the display is very bright and very smooth. This time around, Samsung has added LTPO Full HD display, which helps in conserving the battery life. And the brightness is also bumped up to 2600 nits compared to the last gen S23, which is surprisingly bright while viewing HDR content or when you are outside in the direct sunlight. The almost bezel-less look of the display looks very premium, and it does look a tad bit better than the previous S23. Now, talking about the battery, Samsung has added a 4000 mAh battery in the compact S24 base version. The battery life is surprisingly good till now. I am getting a screen on time of 8 hours per day, sometimes it is 6.50 hours, and in my most demanding usage I got a total amount of 4 hours of screen time, which is good because at that time I was benchmarking and I was playing a lot of COD mobile, so maybe that affected the battery life a bit. But overall, the battery life of S24 is significantly better compared to the S23. Normal consumption like YouTube, Instagram, or any sort of Netflix, Amazon will not hinder the battery that much. Now, talking about the display, like I said earlier, you can feel a significant improvement on the brightness part when you compare it to the last year S23, which comes in handy when you are viewing HDR content in Netflix or Amazon because it does look very bright. The contrast of whites and blacks are surprisingly very well done in this mobile. Now, the other significant improvement I have noticed is in the speaker department of the S24 because it does sound a bit louder and crisper when we compare it to the S23 speaker. The stereo speaker setup is the same though. There are two loudspeakers, one on the top and one on the bottom. And here is an example of how the speaker sounds. I swear off women, I swear off drinking. Swear you won't find a single drug in my system. But something's hitting me, I think I'm tripping. So guys, all in all, even considering the compactness of this phone, Samsung has done a good job in its battery life, and they have done well when it comes to the heating issues. And because I didn't notice any major heating issue, I only in my 4 days usage I could only feel it getting a bit warm, which is acceptable, and my ambient temperature was around 28 to 30 degrees, so even that can impact the overall temperature of the phone. So guys, this was a short and brief review, and if there is any question you want to ask or anything, you can just comment down below. So see you in the next video guys, and if you like the content, give a like and be sure to click that subscribe button.